So thanks everybody to be on the call. I'm very excited to have you guys here today. I actually started a bit late. If you probably know that Jeff is prospecting for you to get a new client, and actually I'm working also with a client, and I had that arrangement to let me pay 10%, and I sent him yesterday a contract. So I didn't have a nice contract to tell about ourselves. So I worked for a week on it. I'm not a copywriter, so I had to work a little bit longer on it, and I sent him yesterday to him, and he emailed back to me yesterday. Jack, he wanted to have some small changes, and I called him back today to say, I think it's better to speak about it than to back and forward. And he was in a meeting today, and he called me just back. So that is actually a good sign. And it was 10 minutes for 8, just before we had the webinar training, so I couldn't speak long enough with him, but I felt engaged. I felt he's looking forward to my service, and that made my day actually. So I like to hear from you guys who had the last 7 days signed up a new client and who wants to speak about it, for 1 minute. Tell me who had it can be making a new website, making your reputation, anything like that. Who got some fresh money, Type in a yes or no. Type in a yes or no, so I know, where you're at the moment. I see the questions not coming in. Everybody hear me? Negotiation with a big client. Hey, Carrie, I love to hear that from you. I signing up for Lead Finder Jack. That's the start, Daryl. You have to start somewhere. With Lead Finder Jack, you're ahead of the curve. Anybody else had a new client? Spoke with Jeff today about the plumber client. Got your email regarding the WordPress theme. Very good, Greg. So we are fulfilling at the moment your client request. Jeff is working like crazy to get those clients for you. It's getting harder if you want a specific client in a specific city, so we changed it to state, and we're rolling. I benefit. I'm working with a new client also with Jeff Brock on board, and he actually he called up and he had a $20 agreement with him, and like I said last week, I didn't feel quite good with $20 each call, but I know it was a big potential. So I just spoke in regard from how much money do you make from each client, and he said, around $1,300, $1,500. So how much money would you like to spend on marketing to earn $1,500? So, and then he felt, what it is worth. So I said, why not give a 10% share? And so it turns out a big client for me, of it can be. So I worked on a week to describe my service, to come across a little bit professional. And I cut and paste and I typed up and make a 3-page report. And let's see if I can bring it up. I didn't I didn't prepare this, but let's see what I can do for you guys. See, does everybody see my screen? I didn't set my screen, I believe, correct? But do you see, which screen do you see, guys? PowerPoint. Okay, good. That's good. See if I PowerPoint. Okay, let's focus on PowerPoint. Okay, I don't know which phone that is, but I don't need that phone. So let me get me that contract. Who is actually interested to see in a view of that contract? But I worked for a week on it. I see a couple of yeses. I don't see all yeses. So shall we skim to the next topic? Okay, I see more yes coming in now because it is something that I worked for quite a bit. Okay, I need to change a little bit so I don't share the client information, but okay. Let me see what your audience view is at the moment. What do you guys see now? Let's see. Tell me what you guys see. Word document. Do you see the call plus agreement? Keywords. Okay, that is not see this one. Okay, you guys see now the call plus agreement? Yes. So what I created is just an introduction letter. You know, thank you for working for increasing your business, and you know, my name and my logo. And then I created something like building up your rapport, I think. Just tell a little bit what we do, and I put some extra sentences in it. You will benefit from our internet market strategy so that your sites are found near the top of the internet. This will increase your local or worldwide visibility. The internet world and its search engine are ever-changing and evolving moving target. It is very complicated, difficult, and protect your secret magical tools, forms, and codes with algorithm. And then I said something to achieve your maximum positive high rank results. We are strongly suggest at least a 12-month commitment. So I'm not forcing that, but and then I start with my call plus pay plan. And then I said, we understand that you want the best possible results. And then we also have respect and confidence in our ability to produce high value customers. And then I say something, the bottom line is helping you increase site profit is a valuable service. And then I speak a little bit about the keywords. I said, okay, I can create a video for you. I don't promise it, but we will work with you to create a nice video of your company, and it serves again as a great introduction price. So if you want to have that, I think that, then I come up with phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So phase 1 is the agreement. Then I said, okay, this has to be assigned to the team. Introduction email sent to communicate with client, and then conference call to come and review specifics. So what I want is to understand his business, because his business, I'm not quite familiar with it, which service he provides is new to me. So I want to have a weekly meeting with him until I understand his services. And then do the site analyze and the keyword research, and then the introduction, and then the implementation. Then I tell a little bit about my own company again, and then I come up with the final agreement what he has to sign. So that's what I sent it to him, and I called it the call plus agreement. And the only thing what he changed is I had changed 10% of the invoice amount, and he want to pay 10% of the profit. So, and that's the reason why he called me back, and I had only 10 minutes, so I didn't want to touch base on it. But he makes about 60-70% profit on the invoice, so that I think that's quite a bit of normal. And but as he started to explain that every job they do an after calculation. I don't know how accurate that is, so I need to understand a little bit what the process on their end is. Bottom line, I feel good with 10% of the invoice. The invoice amount average is 2,500, and the average profit is 1,500. So 10% from 1,500 is $150, and I can do a lot to send a call for $150. I can do a lot. If I send 2 clients per day, I make $300 per hour, $300 per day. So that is what my estimate is. So that is actually going on in my life. Last week it evolves. And any questions regarding this? So I don't get any questions so the next, do you guys want me to jump to the next topic? Can you review the top of the top of the agreement? You want to go back to the top? It's just a general introduction letter. Only charging percentage of their sales, correct? That is how he he wanted to pay $20 for a client, and I didn't feel good with that. That was the starting agreement with Jeff make. Now his agreements are $35, but this one was $20. And I was able to turn it around, and by turning it around, I felt that my profit will be much higher. So that is why I feel good with it. It's evolving. It's a new client. You don't have any guarantees. You have to build up trust and perform and make sure you get weekly paid and follow. But that he called me back at end of his workday at 8 o'clock tells me that he's serious. So my contract is not for sale yet. I don't know what to do with. Maybe I put somewhere a bonus to somewhere, but I'm not giving it away at this point. But so I worked a week on it, and I'm not the fastest, I know, but there's a lot of strategy in this letter. And he responded. I think 6 hours after. No, actually, he responded within 3 hours after I emailed him. So I know it works. The letter is pretty good. How can you trust their sales numbers? Yeah, that is a trust question, okay? I know. I have the same question. So if you go to let's see if I can do that here. Call CID, and then let's enter an account, and then let's share If you go inside Lead Tracker Jack, there is something like invoice. What is this? Customer tracking. Do you guys see that? All these customer tracking. This is a module. All the calls which qualify for the leads are showing here, and the customer needs to answer a couple of specifics about that call. So we capture the call, and the client needs to maintain this screen. Okay, so how trustworthy that is, I don't know. I have to gain that experience. It's a kind of relation. And do I get cheated once in a while? Yes, I probably get cheated once in a while. But if I get paid 10% of the invoice and he cheated 50%, I still make a lot of money. So I think what I want to achieve is that he said, Jack, can you send me more calls? Can you send me more leads? And then at the point that his business is built on my internet service. So he's reliable on me instead of I'm depending on him. And I have many business where I do the marketing for, which are depending on my internet service. And then you are in control. So that hopefully answers your question. It's building up a relationship, and how trustworthy it is, I have to see. The fact that he calls me back at 8 o'clock tells me there's a base to work with each other. That's what I think. And if I feel that if I feel that I get cheated, then I might change the payment system. I might say, hey, this is getting too complicated. You see the average calls you pay, let's say $100. Let's not make it too complicated. You just pay $100 and you don't need to upload the invoice anymore. Something like that. There's always a solution. I started with $20 per call, okay, and now I might get 100 call eventually. Does it answer you guys' questions about this case? Okay. So with that said, Jack, how does the client log in? Do we send their own login information ability? Yes. If you go to, let's say, a client, and you can send them very easily login information here within the portal, and then you can say what they are able to see. So this is not a good example, but you can give them access, and they get a dedicated URL. They get a dedicated login URL, so they don't see the typical login screen. And you can say, okay, you are allowed to see the customer track, or you allowed to see the calls. You can select those boxes. So there's another way to get paid, to have a payment agreement. And this is actually, to be true, this is my first customer who pays me percentage of the sale. So, and I'm excited about it. I think it has a lot of potential. I just want to know how much maintenance is involved in it. But if it's $150 bills, then and it costs me 5-10 minutes, it's worth it, So That is how I think at the moment. We'll see. I will keep you guys posted. Maybe we change there's a lot of payments options. If you go to invoices and settings, you can pay per lead, you can pay per minute, fixed amount, which actually has also the advanced fixed one. Or if you maintain the calls, that is actually new. You can change for each tag. Yeah, so it's all so you have a lot of options to have an agreement with the client. So I felt when I had that company owner on the line, I felt he got a lot of bad experience, but he was looking for more business. So with this agreement, he didn't take any risk. Jack, will you be able to using AdWords to delete? I do for sure. For sure. That is so easy for me. For 150, let's say it costs me $35 to send for each call. $35. I can set it up in a day, and in a day I can give him a call for $35. I'm very convinced about that. Then I make 150 minus 35 is $115 for each call. So I just need, it's kind of a new service for me, so I need to study on it to which service converts the best. I need to interview more, and so I have a follow-up call tomorrow about it to learn about it, and then I'm going to set this up. Actually, I have a question for you guys, and I meant this on a positive way, okay? Who received a couple of days ago, I sent an email, and I sent in an email, I want you to fail. Did everybody read my email? It was a kind of inspiration I got from another webinar, but I believe in it. Wasn't it strange that I sent you an email that I want you to fail? I felt, wow, does Jack want me to fail? And so type in a no if you didn't get that email. Yes and no, please. Okay, I see a couple of no's, and I see a lot of yes. I see now. Okay, you want to look back to that email, okay? Because it has a kind of truth in it, and the truth what it has is if you don't take action, you will never succeed. And in order to succeed, you will probably fail a couple of times. And what I want to say with this is not all your clients will stick with you, okay? But if you don't get any client, you will never have somebody stick with you. And in order to gain experience, you have to do it, okay? And once you do it, you build up your website, your keywords, your ranking. You speak about real things, and you're not only studying anymore. Does it mean you succeed all the time? No, I don't have 100% guarantee with this client, okay? It's a new client. I never saw him in person. He lives he lives 4 hours driving for me. So probably 300 miles from me. I might not see him in a year, but if I make good money, I'm going to visit him. So, but I don't know what is exactly in his mind. But I do know I feel comfortable that I can help him. I want to build up a relationship with him. And if I am able to deliver, then his trust in me will increase, and hopefully we stick for a long time together. So does that mean I succeed? No, all the time. No, I don't. I fail. No, I'm not saying I fail every day, but for sure I make mistakes every day, and I learn every day. I listen to you guys. I listen to my clients, and every day I'm going smarter and smarter, smarter, and I feel I'm more equipped than most of the internet marketers out there, because I learned from my mistakes, I learned from my clients, I learned from your questions, I learned from my products. I see a lot of things, and because I see a lot of things, I can do things better. How was it for you in the beginning? Oh, I think I hardly make money the first year with my internet marketing. I had a very well paid job. I worked for 23 years for the same company. In 2004, I moved from the Netherlands to the States to set up a new engine testing lab at Packard in Washington State, had an expert agreement. And it was a 25 million project. I had to hire a team, train a team, set up a building, commission a building with all kind of very high technology equipment, and I loved it. I was in love with that. Okay, but they wanted me to go back to the Netherlands. Okay, to DAF, and I was with my wife. We were not ready to go back in the cave. I don't know if you feel that way, but if if you walk, if you are one of those persons, or you see those cubicles in the States, I don't know if you're in the United States, but the employees here, they work in cubicles. It's not my thing. Okay, I need freedom. I need a window. I need my own computer. I need my own printer, and I need my own breaks. And I was not ready, and I highly respect DAF in the Netherlands. It's one of the companies I would go back anytime when when it's needed. Okay, but I felt I raised up in a farm, and I wanted some I stupid things. I wanted a nice car. I wanted a BMW. I wanted to build my own house, and I wanted my own company. So I always itched on me. Okay, so after 5 years, there was a decision point to make if we set up our own company or go back to the Netherlands. And we decided to set up our own company, and we bought the franchise, and we sold our house in one state because where we lived was not a good city population to start our new business, local business. So we moved to Florida. Actually, we sold our house. We put everything in a U-Haul truck. We hired somebody to drive from Washington State to Florida. It took a week. In the meantime, we flew to the Netherlands. We arranged our visa, and we flew back to Florida to look for a house. And it took us 2-3 days to find a house. And just a day we signed the contract of the rental agreement. the U-Haul truck arrived and we could move in. And then in a month, we set up our business in a strip mall. And when we bought the franchise, it was in January, and we opened in August. It was 9 months spam. So what I did is I used those 9 months to find out what the top performers did. And one of the things they all had in common was internet marketing. So I decided by myself, I become a specialist in it. And I loved it. I loved to create a website. I loved to do the keyword research. I hooked up with Perry Marshall and all those top gurus, and I found out that I was actually good in it. So within 3 months, we broke even. And after a year, we were in the top 10 locations. And then they start calling me instead of I called them. Oh, what are you guys doing? I never have seen a store making such sales increase. And I said, and we said we created our own website. And so my wife actually has a medical background and I have a technical background. So we put our skills together and we converted like crazy. And since the last 2 years, we're always in the top 3. So other locations called me, hey Jack, can you help me? Only first they called what we're doing, and hey Jack, because they were struggling, can you help me out? So I did that also, and my business expanded, and I did, and I listened all to those webinars and training. I bought products and I gained my experience, and now I because Google clicks became more expensive. So I had to track the calls, and then I wanted to expand my business, so I created Lead Finder Jack to find more business. So all those tools I'm sharing with you guys, I'm using, okay? And I use it firsthand, and I share it. Now there are some big users from Lead Tracker Jack and Lead Finder Jack. I get also those feedback, which helps the product to improve. So coming back to your question, how long did you struggle the first years? Yes, I struggled a lot to first year to make a living with internet marketing. Would it have changed if you had that knowledge? Yes, and you had it by then. Yes, I never had somebody who I could ask those direct questions. Hey, should I do this? Should I? What works? But I followed some webinars, and actually I liked it, learning experience. But bottom line, you have to do it, and you have to get your feet wet. And once you get your feet wet, you learn to interact and see what works. The best way to learn is to do. Okay, does that make all sense to you guys? Did Perry Marshall thing stop working? Then you did PPC. Perry Marshall actually is an AdWords expert, so I got inspired by his result. He is not a local marketer, and after 3 or 4 months, I stopped following him. But he inspired me, and I don't see bad things from him, so I think he's still good. So thanks for sharing, and you're honestly very rare in the internet marketing. No problem. So I don't have anything to hide, okay? My goal is to make you successful, and I'm happy to share my products for that and my knowledge. Every Tuesday you can ask me questions, and I share new things. You probably have seen I'm working on a new WordPress team, okay? That WordPress team has 4 years of my experience in it. and it will make your life to create new websites so easy. I promise you, okay? I personally have not seen any WordPress theme that is so easy to use and will convert that high. But it's not for sale yet, okay? I promise for the guys who buy some clients that they can use it, but the license system needs to be implemented. I need to create some example websites, the sales ladder, and the launch. But this will be in WordPress theme you never will miss, okay? I promise you, it's so good. I had it created by a coder who created more than 500 WordPress theme, and he wanted to write me specification. And do you know what I said to him? Here are some elements I want to have done, and you know better than me how a team should be formed. And we had daily Skype meeting of a half hour, and I just needed to say, hey, I like this, I like that, you know, and he created for me, okay? I'm very fortunate to have access to some coders which I built up in my last 4 years, and that was not easy. Yeah, so the line system is not implemented yet, and that's holding me up. But the team is ready. So I just need to create more example websites so it makes sense for you guys. I don't know. This is the team. I don't know if I have somewhere. So a video. Here guys, I want to show you some magic. Okay, here. You see all the WordPress theme. Now I go to style, and I make it, let's say, let's see, general. Let's go to general. Now I make it blue, and I save it, and then you see now that it's complete the new theme. Now you see video and an opt form, you know, for client getting purposes. So let's say I want video form. I only want a slider, you know. Save changes. You see video and form. And now it's only a slider. You see this home page? Let's select another home page. You know, it doesn't fit my so I go to home page, and now I go to another home page. So and now the home page is different. So you can, if you want to have a different setting of the home page, you just select another and from this home page you can change anything, you know. So this is where I'm working on it at the moment. You guys like this theme? Okay, thanks. Yes, it is mobile responsive. The load time is fast. It has let's see where we are at the moment. You see all those fields. You know, You know what? How much work was it for you to enter a video? Here, now, all what you need to do is a YouTube URL. You can say autoplay or not, okay? You can select an image, what you want to see in the banner. You can select the form code. If you do a slider, how often it needs to read more text, you know? Read here more. You can select the slides and then you just save it. It's stupid simple, and I going to use this theme for all my business because I never had such I have customized themes, and they are all in PHP. I had to change it in appearance and go to the editor. Okay, I never had such easy to, and I'm pretty good to change here, but it makes it so much easier. So just wanted to share with you, and that is based because I need that too. Okay, I want to sign up more clients. I want to create a website in 50 minutes, and I want to fill in the blanks. And that is why that is also why I created this theme. Of course, I want to sell it, you know, but I think that's, if you use this theme together with all my products, you get well equipped. Do you have other niches? I will make for most common niches the theme. Okay, so if you have an AC repair, roofer, plumber, you just order that theme. You changed the only thing, you change the logo, you change the phone number, you know, and if you go to contact, you change the address. Everything get updated. And I'm going to use some high converting, easy to use text on the website, okay? Okay, I'm not here to sell this WordPress theme. I just wanted to show, you know, how I came at this point and how I'd like you to help. So with that in mind, we have still 10 minutes to go. Is there anything you want to ask me? How much is the theme? It's not for sale yet, Paul. So it's not for sale. So I need first to implement the license system. Please tell us when. I push very hard to get a license system implemented, but it's new. Okay, I bought in license portal and all the kind of things, and it needs to get done, but I cannot tell when. How much will it cost? I haven't determined this yet. Okay, so okay, tell guys, what do you think? What I should ask for this team? What do you think I should ask? What do other marketers ask for such team? I see. Yeah. So I see 47, 27, 199, 67, 37. If we say too much, we will pay that much. Yeah. Probably bundle with something. Yeah, I probably I make it very affordable to buy one, and then you can see how it works. Should be number of lines. Okay, that is correct. I will never sell it for $10. If you think you get it for $10, you are not in on the right list. Okay. I will never sell it for $29. Let us beta test it for you. Yes, yes, yes. But I can only start beta testing when there's a line system in place. So that's the... So with that in mind, I like to answer you some questions. So I feel I deliver a lot of content for you guys. What elements in the web machine will help with lead gen using AdWords? Okay, that is a very good question, George. That is actually a very, 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 very good question, George. I don't know you so good, but that is actually I don't know how you came up with a question, but it's actually a good question. So what you want to do is you want to show a couple of pictures on the home page, and a picture it's like the 80-20% rule. You determine what 80% of your visitors are looking for, and you want to speak to those 80%. The way to do that is not a lot of text. You want to group them. Okay, let me go to a website I like the best. Let me go to this one, I think. This one. So stay at here for a moment, okay? I clearly show the phone number. I clearly show that I have a location. I'm local. And I split up the traffic in 3 or 4 groups. That's all what you need to do on the home page. You don't need a long text. All your previous trainers, they say you need to put a lot of text. It's good for SEO, okay? You know what good for SEO is? It's some targeted keywords, is a low bounce rate, and they stay long on the website, okay? When you speak with do you think people start reading on the home page before you engaged? Would think that. Would think that a lot of content on the home page is a good thing. Type in a yes and a no and tell why. I see one no, okay? I think it is important to answer questions on the home page, okay? One only is a sales letter. That is no, when you want to actually, okay, so if you put a lot of text on the home page, you're going to say to the website, you know, why should I start reading this? You know, I don't like to read, I like to click. That is what website visitors like to do, okay? They like to click. So before you start to click, you want to group them with something. Hey, I was looking for commercial. I was looking for reconstruction. They start to click on that. And then it is okay to speak about that group. Now they are engaged. So that is the trick of a good website. It needs to look quiet, you know, leaks and look quiet. The body needs to have white background with black letters. You want to group them. About us don't need to be in the top. You know, a testimonial is important, but it doesn't need to be everywhere. It needs to be. So show a map if you are local. Okay? Some specific elements, but don't make it too busy. Okay, this website is still too busy, but it's just that I have all those features in the website which I can enable and disable. Keep it simple. Jimmy, you are so on the point. Okay, And always keep in mind what you want to achieve from the website. Most time it isn't to call, it can be an email, okay? So, and then you have contact us, freakers ask questions, you know. So you have testimonials, all kind of things, but are important. You don't need a lot of things. Have a call to action on the page, on every page. Do you use a different website for each niche along with a specific domain? Yes, I do use a different website for in each client has a different domain. I don't know if that answers your question. And I don't know exactly what you wanted to. What is the best way to find targeted keywords? Do you use only Google Keyword? Actually, I'm working on a keyword list to use for you guys. This would be a great template if you could create one for SEO or internet marketing company. Yes. SEO people think different than me, okay? No, let's say some SEO people think different than me. But their website don't stick because they have a high bounce rate. They show a lot of text on the home page. That is what SEO people trained you. And I train you that a low bounce rate, it's much more important than a lot of text on the home page. I'm number one page. I'm too, Alan, okay? And for competitive keywords, but I do it differently. Google loves me. Google loves me because I give content to the customers. And Google algorithm is getting so smart to appreciate that. What do you consider to be low bounce rate? Low bounce rate, lower than 35%. Okay? That's really low. Yes, and that's how good my system works. Each phone number is a tracking phone number. Never, never, never put a business phone number on your website, okay? You need to track those calls. What you get, tracking phone numbers again. What you get, tracking phone number again? Yeah, those are tracking phone numbers. You want to track the calls to the business. Okay, why no business phone number on a page? Okay, there are two important things what makes you more successful. One is to have your own domain, that you own the domain and own the website for every client you do the marketing for. Even when they have a nice website, when you get paid for the lead, you want to own that website. The second thing is you want to track results. If you don't track results, they can say it doesn't work and they stop paying, okay? Now, if you track results, you want to put your own phone number and your own form on it, or your own email, okay? At least you want to track your copy that what sent form to a tracking system, so you know how many emails got sent. And the first one thing is you track your performance. Second thing is, if that company for every reason goes out of business or decides something else because another SEO company convinced them they can do better than you are in control, okay? Your site is working, your keywords are working, you just connect that call to the neighbor company because there's not one lawyer in the city, there are 100 lawyers in the city. There's not one plumber in the city. There are 1,000 plumbers in the city. So you just send the calls to your a competitor. You change the map. You change the address, and you connect it to another phone number. It's very easy to do. So I'm not saying no phone number on it. You need to have a phone number on it, but the phone number needs to be in tracking phone number here. So you go here and all new tracking phone number. That number you want to own, okay? Let's see. Here, this one. Numbers, all numbers. You see that number want connected to that number. In other words, you are leasing the website to be custom. Okay, yes. Do you use other resources to generate leads other than AdWords, such as Craigslist? Also, do you have a recommended AdWords training class? I have resources who are good in Craigslist, and I know it works for big cities in certain niches. My specialty is AdWords, and I have some training for you guys, and I probably will do more. How do you connect Lead Tracker Jack to Google Analytics? So there's something like numbers, Google Analytics, and you enter that information here. What niches are good for PPC, pay-per-click? Fritz brought a training out for that. In generally speaking, niches who serves clients which are immediate need, and you don't want to go in big cities which are like Orlando or Tampa, because you need to be very trained to beat that competition. So I'm trained in that. I feel comfortable to do it, but if you start off, you want to go in smaller cities. Is that Google Analytics to assure to certain with a campaign? It's not a certain campaign, but it's connected to Google Analytics, so you can track the bounce rate, all those kind of things. If you want to track keywords, there is a keyword analyzer module in it, but that is more advanced. Okay, I'm not going to, there's a training about that. If you go to help tutorials, there's a training about Google AdWords. Okay, so we are now more than an hour on the call. Can we use Pivot tracking? It has some code added to the footer. I haven't done that yet, Carrie, but in a new team, I don't know where's the new team. Let's go to team options, and you go to Team Jack, and then there is something like where is it? Homepage. Contract. Thus we created a field. SEO and tracking. Yeah, you can put analytics code or lead tracker jack code. You can enter this code in the team, and it's easily get connected. Any difference between Callfire and Twilio? It's, there's not a big difference. The only difference is the user friendly of the portal, I think. So in Google Analytics, you can enter the website name you want to have tracked. So it is on a domain basis. So if you want certain websites, you just create and enter that. Lead tracker jack is place of Google Analytics. Yes. You go to numbers, Google Analytics, and you enter that information here. Lead tracker jack is the most user-friendly interface with the most options, I think, what I'm aware of it. I have a lot of members coming from Callfire. Okay, any other questions? I might have skipped a question. If you want to ask it, then I would appreciate. Otherwise, I appreciate if you all go to my Facebook page and leave a comment about tonight's webinar. And now where I can go back. Okay, so if you want if you want to leave a comment, I would appreciate it, about what you like and what you didn't like and what you would like to cover next time. And everybody has this link. Did everybody click on this link? So does everybody clicked on this link? What is Rank Tracker Jack? Rank Tracker Jack is a software which tracks website, YouTube, and business directory based on the keywords. It does it on a schedule and a create report. We just released a new beta version, but it's not for sale yet. It's something where we are working on it. So there's another product that is in the pipeline. So please click on the link and type in a yes if you clicked on that Facebook link, please, so I know you guys are have that link grabbed. And if you type in a yes or no, just be honest to me. I'm honest to you. So I see 4 yeses, 5 yeses, 6, 7. No, where is it? It's are you on mobile, Nicole? So maybe you don't see the link. Okay, I put it in private note. Okay, so does have somebody not a Facebook account? Who of you guys do not have a Facebook account? Everybody? Yes? Me? It's okay, I will approve those. So, to be honest, last year on this same time, I was not active in Facebook, okay? And at the moment they learned me something, I said, wow, I need to do that. Do you know that most people are on Facebook? It's like a text message, okay? People are very reading the text, but to reach people, you don't have their phone number, but you have access to them via the message system from Facebook. So you can easily look up people and send them a text message. And that was an eye-opener for me. And since then, I became very active in Facebook. I created groups for you guys. I try to communicate with you guys via Facebook, and it's just expanding. As you can see, there's now 1,367. Last year at this time there were 0. I started this end of December, I think. Okay, within a year, so 100 members per month. Okay, there's no reason why you can't achieve that. And I have now several groups, and I do polls. Okay, I ask you guys feedback. You know, I still have my user support system for issues, but if you have something to share what benefit other members, please share. Don't spam, okay? Don't put your service, okay? But there's always knowledge to share, and it's a great place to hook up with somebody else. There are, like, I know Carrie is very advanced, and John Anderson is very advanced, and Dan is very advanced. They will answer you. They will share their experience, okay? And I do that also on top of it. So with that said, so tell me if everybody clicked on that link and at least check it out. Okay. So with that said, I really appreciate you guys' time. It's longer than an hour, and I felt very good about this webinar, about your interaction. I'm looking forward for next week training. Thank you. Thank you all.